Sorry, I'm so close. Hi. Hi, Anne. S-Anne. Hello. Just waiting for me to pop up on my computer. Sorry, I'm so close. Come on. Such a bummer that it takes so long for it to pop up on the computer. I feel like I'm sitting here always doing nothing. But I can't see everybody's comments and stuff on my little bitty, you know, iPhone here. So, because I'm old and I can't see. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. Doing something a little different. We're gonna work on a grapevine. Gonna work on a grapevine. Sorry. Oh. Come on. Does anybody else try to find themselves based on what they're wearing? There we go. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight. When you pop in, if you don't mind saying hello, we're letting us know where you're from. That would be cool. Also, if you don't mind sharing, I would completely appreciate it very much. So tonight, I thought we would do a grapevine. It's a little different. And so I've got this 14-inch grapevine, and I just purchased it at Hobby Lobby. And what I've done here, well, let me show you my signs and stuff first. So I purchased this sign, so cute, at the at-home store this week. And I've had this witch here since last Halloween, I believe. And I believe I got her at Michael's. So, so I had those. And the first thing I do when I do a grapevine wreath is I figure out how I want it positioned. So, oh, you're from Louisiana. Welcome. I'm just going to kind of zoom in here so we're not looking at me so much. Oh, hey, Michelle. New York. Wow. Nice. Southside, Joanne. Southside, Thomasville, Georgia. Hey, Valerie. Welcome. So anyway, the first thing that I do is I figure out, you know, what direction I want it to go and everything. And so with this, I decided I wanted it to go this way because I want this sign in between this large branch here and this one here. I like that architecture in there, that look. And then I wanted my sign to go about here. But there was a big gap in here because, you know, these evergreens, they're not real consistent. You know, they're kind of free-flowing. So I just went outside and got some sticks. And then I built up that area a little bit. So when I put the sign on, it will be, it'll be a little more flat and secure. And then, so I'm planning on putting the sign about here and my witch about here. So once I decided that, and I chose to do a grapevine because I don't know if you can tell on here, but there's like some rust around the side of this. And so it kind of goes with a grapevine, so that's what made me think about grapevines. So once I determined where I wanted my main things in my wreath to go, then I need to determine what shape I want, you know, just what shape. And so I've decided that I want it to come down here like this and then come up and over a little bit with a little bit of sprays out here. So that's what I have envisioned in my mind, so that's where I'm hoping to go. Hey Sharon, welcome. Hi Shelly. Nice to see you all. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So what I did in preparation was I wrapped some wire around my witch's waist. So it was camouflaged a little bit. You can't see it very well. So I did that to adhere her to the wreath. And then how I do my signs on a wreath is I lay it up here, okay, and I put it pretty much exactly where I want it to be. And then I mark 2 spots on the top that I think would grab it well, and then 2 spots here at the bottom. And these are closer together than those. And then obviously I just stapled and put my wire through there. So, but the first thing that I always do is I use ficus leaves in just about probably 90% of all of my evergreen wreaths. So I just like it as a base to start off with, and I usually like the shapes. So, and I got the ficus leaves at Hobby Lobby. So I will just cut off the main stem. Hope y'all are doing good. Hey Lisa, welcome. So, and I've got my pot over here with my hot glue, and I'm just going to move it over here a little bit. And I use a pot. I just like a pot better. It works better for me. So I know that that sign is going to come about here. I want y'all to be able to see, and when it gets cluttered, you can't see. So I want the leaves to kind of come up and touch that just a little bit. So that's where I probably want it to go. So I'm just going to stick my stem in the hot pot. Kind of remember where I wanted it to go. And stick it in there. Now you can shape this and everything, you know, after it's in and it's glued. And I like it when leaves come out in the middle. So that's the first part. So I did want it to come down like this. I want it to come over a little bit more before it comes down. So I'm just going to manipulate that a little bit more. I wanted it over there just a little bit. Okay. So yeah. Hey Barbara, welcome. So, and then I'm going to stick, I just want a few sprigs kind of over here. I don't want my stems too long because I hate it when they stick out the back. So, y'all, grapevines are hard for, well, they're not hard for me to do. They're hard for me to do on a live. Does that make sense? Because I'm so like, do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I like it? Do I not like it? And I'm like wishy-washy the whole way through. So, and we'll probably, and I'm just getting another ficus leaf, and I just buy these at Hobby Lobby. And when you buy these at Hobby Lobby, there's 2 different kinds. There's this kind that's kind of 3-dimensional, and then they have a flat one. It's definitely worth the money to buy the one that is more 3-dimensional. It looks more real, I think. So that's usually what I get and what I put in my wreaths. So this one I need to manipulate it because I need it to go this way instead of that way. So I'm just going to manipulate this a little bit. Hi Geraldine from Ontario. Hi, welcome. So we're just doing a why do I keep forgetting the name? Grapevine. Hello. Wake up, wake up, wake up. So, and I'm just manipulating these leaves so that I get the shape that I want. And then we're just going to stick it in. the glue pot here, and then we're gonna go for it and stick it in. And actually, I'm gonna stick it in over here instead. Sometimes I will wire these down so that they stay exactly where I want them. You may bring that up just a little. Oh, it's caught. So see how it wants to come forward? So a lot of times I will take some wire and wire it down there a little bit. Let me see if I can bend it. There we go. Better. Okay, so I've got that, but I need just a little bit more right here. So I am going to use this piece, but it's a little bit long, so I'm going to take the bottom two off. Thanks, Val, for sprinkling the love. And about there. Maybe. Let me make it a little shorter even. Yep, a little bit shorter. So grapevines are just all about trial and error for me. I go through so many flowers trying to figure out what I want to use, how I'm going to use it. And I can't prep a whole lot ahead of time, or basically I would like make the whole entire wreath. And I don't mass produce them, so I only do one of a kinds generally, unless the customer wants two of one kind. Okay. Okay, that's the overall shape that I was going for. So, there we go. We might trim off a couple of those later, but we will continue with it first because we can always snip off bits. You can, you know, put more on because you can always snip off bits later, but it's harder to add bits sometimes if you cut them too short. Okay. So we've got this on, so now I am probably going to attach my witch and my sign. And for those of you who just joined us, I just put staples in here with wire, and I'm just going to put them through. Sometimes I only do two. But this one I just knew was going to rock back and forth, so I knew that I needed to get some on the outside and the inside. And I may have to put this in my lap to do this bit. Oh, y'all, sorry. And I stick it through the grapevine instead of on the outside of the grapevine. So it usually takes a couple of extra minutes to work that through. Okay, I'm going to take this off of here and put it down here for a second so I can manipulate it a little bit better. I hope y'all are having a good night. It has been a little cooler here this week, and I'm so grateful for it to cool down a little bit. Okay, so I got the first one in, and I might just put two of these in while I'm on the live so that you guys don't have to see me suffer trying to put them all on. Oh, another lady from Canada. Welcome, 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 Paula. Thanks for joining us. We're just working on a grapevine Halloween wreath. Grapevine Halloween wreaths aren't, I guess they're a little more unusual, because usually what I see people have is, you know, like mesh wreaths. So we just want to be a little different. Oh. And putting these signs on takes so long sometimes. You can fiddle with these things for like a half hour trying to get them in. And that was, I could still see it, so I didn't want to. And what I use is a 16 gauge wire. Okay, y'all. I'm going to see if I can just get this to stay put, and then I'll worry about the hard wiring later. So let me just see if I can manipulate this just to get it on here. And then I'll set it in stone later. Okay. All right, let me put it back up here so y'all can see. And we will do some trimming. I like a little bit of leaves on my signs, but not that much. So, and the sign will be manipulated so that it will be flat. But that takes too long. You guys know that. Okay, so I want to put my lovely witch lady here. Probably in about this area. So doing her is a lot easier, I think. And I'll just turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to pull her in here, and I'm pulling the one on this side harder than the one on the other side. And I may need to do another wire in her hat. We'll see. Okay, I want her down just a little further. There we go. Okay, now we need to make it a little more Halloween-like. Okay, so I have all kinds of things fun we're going to put in. Hi, Mom. How are you? So I've got these lovely doodads. I got these at Michael's, and I got them in white as well. And I got these last year. I'm sure they're going to get them in this year too, because I think they're kind of a staple. So those I got at Michael's. And then I've got some other fun things. These I got at Hobby Lobby. And I think and then these fun pokey little doodads, also Hobby Lobby. So I've got several others, but we're gonna go through now, and then we're gonna add the Halloween colors. So I really wanted to bring in some purple, because I wanted to bring in some kind of color. So let's see, not all of these have the stem thing on them. So let's just cut a bunch of these off. You can't hear me? Oh my gosh, I'm like right here by the camera. Is it your volume, Mom, or is everybody else having a hard time hearing me? Am I mumbling? Maybe I'm mumbling. And these are manipulatable too. So we're just going to shove these in and give us some color, just a little bit of color. you hear me a little better, Mom? So a lot of things I get sometimes I know aren't available because I always buy clearance stuff, you know, the year before and things, and I know that might be frustrating. I'm sorry, but you know, we got to shop and do what we can do. Okay. Can barely hear me also? Oh no. I mean, like literally the camera is like right here and my phone is right here too. I'll speak up a little louder. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with the volume. I do have one fan on over here because with all these lights and stuff on, it's pretty warm. I'm going to get a little piece of wire and I'm going to wire that where I want it. So I'm just using, actually this is a 30 gauge wire, really thin, and it makes it real hard to see. But usually if it's not staying where I want it to, then I will just take some of this little wire and do a little twist up here just to make sure it doesn't move. And that you never see the wire because there's going to be so much stuff in here. So all right, that's better. That one's going to be a problem. We might move that one. Let's see, let's cut some more of these. Some of these are missing the flower. No wonder they were on clearance, huh? There I go, talking low again. I'm sorry. All right. Nope, I bent that too much. And I just, ahead of time, I try to like gauge how much I have to like bend the flower or whatever to get it where I want it. So, okay. Now we may do a couple of these pretty short up here. Let me see how it looks. So do y'all like doing, you know, grapevines, or do you not like doing grapevines? Val, I know you're awesome at doing grapevines. You do great work. Gotta have some in the background. I think we'll do one more purple, and then we'll start some different colors. Yeah, well, usually the Mevo is like 2 feet away from me, but literally it's like 10 inches from my head. So I'm like really weirded out that it's like the volume stinks. I'm sorry, that's a bummer. And that one's not going to go the way I want it to, so I'll go the other way. So I finished my Frankensteins today. I'm so glad they're done. I have been working on those babies for what seems like weeks now. So I'll get them on my Etsy page. The witch is too cute. You love her? Oh, I love her too. Oh, hey, Kathy. Welcome. Okay. So as I use these, I'm going to pile them over here so I remember to price it out right. Okay. So we're just doing a, I hope you guys can't hear my stomach. My stomach is growling. So annoying. Gosh. Oh, come on. My stomach is hungry. Oh, you did make 2 Christmas trees? So cool. I have had some of those Christmas trees over here in my pile since last year, and I just haven't had the guts to actually start it yet. So I'm going to have to watch your video and see how you did. So my overall design, I just want like this. So you just kind of have to go with your gut on what you think is, you know, whatever style or whatever you want. I mean, when you place something, if you misplace something, it's not the end of the world. You can always cut it out, you know. So don't think if you know, put it in, you can't take it out, because you totally can. It's just a pain in the bum, though. Okay. This one might stand up. This one might work on the top. Let's see. So I've just chosen a bunch of different florals. I didn't want it to be too flowery, so I kind of picked things that had good texture. So hopefully it works out. I mean, I hope, but you never can tell. You never can tell. I think that's all the white I'm going to put in there. Actually, one more, a short one. Let me find a short one. Okay. Oop, that one doesn't have one. So has everybody been out? Did everybody get all their supplies that they need for the upcoming season? I know things are in short supply, so it's kind of a bummer. No, actually, I don't know if I'm going to... I decided I'm just probably going to go with a lot of stuff that I already have. I mean, I went out and did a little bit of shopping, but I'm trying not to go crazy, which is hard. So I haven't even been on websites looking at cute things, because we all know what happens when we get on websites and look at cute things. Then the credit cards come out, and it's just sad. It's just sad. So I have black ones of these, but I'm not going to put them in yet. I'm not sure I'm going to use them. So let me see here. So I have some of these, but I'm not sure I'm going to put them in yet. I might use that more as a filler. So I have a whole pile here behind me, but I've chosen a few that I really like. So I really like these. I'm not sure like what they are. I think they are a oh, what is it called? I made a wreath with them. They're usually white. Magnolia. I think it's a magnolia. Yeah, Mom, it's a board that you use with zip ties. It's like a plastic board, and it's got holes in it. And okay, so when I just hold it up and kind of see what I want out of the area. And then you just got to kind of shape it a little bit to follow your design. And I don't want it to be too black. We're just going to put a few of these in. And these are quite thickly stemmed, so let's see. Okay. Well, that was a glue mess. Okay. All right, so I don't think I need this one, so I'm going to take this one off right now because I want to bend this if it'll bend. And you just have to manipulate the flowers. Sometimes you can just buy what you need and have it be like, just push them in straight, I guess, but I always want a little bit more character than that. This isn't going to get me where I want, so I'm going to stick it in individually. You haven't made any Halloween? I'm just now kind of getting into it. I wasn't really inspired to do it until I was, and I wanted to do Frankenstein heads, and then I got kind of obsessed doing that. And and so I guess come to think of it, I have done a lot of Halloween. I also have these, and I'm going to put in some of these as I go too. And these I got at Hobby Lobby. Oh, they were on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I mean, we try to shop clearance when we can, girls, don't we? All right, so we're going to throw in some of these because I don't want to get in too dark. Oh, I just heard the door. I think someone's here. See, if I was smart, I would make these make one ahead of time, so that I would know if it turned out. And then I would do it in front of you guys. I had some really, really, really awesome Halloween ones that I did last year that I just loved. And I was fortunate, and other people loved them too. But I was at, you know, like craft shows and stuff. Have y'all been able to go to any craft shows? Probably not, huh? Nobody. All right. I wish they were doing craft shows, don't you guys? Wish they were doing craft shows. Oh, my husband is here. He just popped his head in. Everybody say hi, Bob.
Hello, beautiful lady.
So, I have these like leaves here that are kind of waxy. That I'm going to push in here and there and everywhere. Also has some black leaves that we might kind of put in here and there in the background because it's supposed to be fall. Right, Halloween is fall time. So by the time we're done, the green shouldn't be too much of an issue. It should be more, you know, in the background if I've done my job right. Yeah, I know. I just, You said, hi, son. Did my brother come on? I was watching someone today do a lot. She did a live yesterday, and this gal has she does auctions. Like, she's getting ready for her like second annual auction, and I thought, and then who was I watching today? I was watching Talking Doors. I can never remember everybody's names of their businesses. Anyway, I was watching Cheryl today, and she mentioned something about, you know, maybe some of us should get together and like do like an auction and auction our stuff off and stuff. And I thought, what kind of a cool idea is that? You know, like doing an auction or something. Okay, so I don't know if I want that in there right there, or if I want to do, I have these gray roses. Oh, you meant Bob. Oh, Lisa, none for you either. Yeah, it's just hard. So hard to sell things this year. I mean, and everybody's having issues, I know. And people just, you know, people don't want to spend money right now because, you know, you don't know what's going on with the virus and stuff. And so, don't want that one there. I want something with more color there. Okay. Hang on, people. I'm thinking. I am going to put that there. And I don't know what this is. It's just kind of some kind of prickly something or other. And I was like, ooh, that's cool. That's nice texture. Look at that. Look how cool that texture is. Nice. I wish that would open more. I may have to manipulate that later. Sometimes if you heat up the inside, it'll kind of relax it a little bit, and you can get it to do what you want also. So sometimes I'll heat up the inside of the flowers and then kind of hold them open while they cool, and then sometimes it'll work and it'll be beautiful. Sometimes. Can y'all see that good enough? All right. So what are we going to do? So as I'm looking at this, like, you know, I'm starting here, but I'm going to add some flowers over there, I know, because I'll go diagonally across to balance it more. But I want a little something here, or I want to cut this. So I might end up cutting this a little bit short, unless I find something kind of long that I like. Which I do have like a bunch of this, so maybe I'll add that later. Okay, well, let's go over here and we'll add some black flowers over there. Magnolias, black magnolias. I really like these black magnolias. They're a little bit pricey, but they sure are pretty. I didn't know they had black ones. Oh, hello, my cousin that I haven't seen in years. Are you going to say hello? Okay. So, let me cut some of these up. All right. Let me cut this one off. Thank you, Valerie. I try to give you guys something to, you know, something to look at that you aren't always looking at. So I gotta stand up here just a little bit. And I really would like this to be more open. I'm going to cut it up a little bit more. Well, let me use this one instead. I'll cut this little nobule off. It's got these little, those are awesome. I am going to use those even if I cut them off. I found them actually at Hobby Lobby, Valerie. I found these black magnolias at Hobby Lobby. So I'd never seen them before, and I was like, oh my gosh, wow, that would be great for Halloween. Sorry y'all, I know I got in your view there. Ugh, glue string. I hate when that happens. All right. Throw some white in there for some balance. Oh, that stuck to the glue I had in there already. I can't bring myself to start Christmas yet. I don't know. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I don't know if I can do that yet. But I'm seeing some beautiful work out there for Christmas, y'all. Some beautiful ideas. And tomorrow I'm going to work on my Medusas to try to get them finished so that I can get them in my Etsy shop. So hopefully those will be coming to my Etsy shop soon. And I've got several wreaths that I need to put in my Etsy shop. Christmas in July, yeah. It is. It is so hard not to get into the shot of the camera. And I'm not a real great camera person in the first place. Okay, so I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Are y'all liking what you're seeing so far? And I think we're going to be doing some black right here. But I am thinking, actually I'm going to cut this down a little more. Michelle, you love what you're seeing? Thank you. Would you guys tell me if you didn't love what you were seeing? Sometimes beauty is just in the eye of the beholder. Isn't that true? Okay, I've got another one of these guys. And for only having one flower on these guys, they were kind of expensive. They were regularly $3.99. Of course, you know, you don't buy flowers from Hobby Lobby unless they're half off, right? And they do their half off sales every other week. So thank you, Val. You would, Lisa? Thank you. You wouldn't comment if you didn't like it. Well, that's polite. That's probably what I do too. I try to always be, you know, uplifting to people because, I don't know, it's hard to get on here and put yourself out there in front of people. But if they, like, asked me my personal, like for real, wanted to know, I would obviously be straight up. Okay. All right. Her little lacy things here are giving me just a little bit of problems. I am going to push them back here for a minute because we do need to build up behind her a little bit, or it's just going to have like a flat spot there. So I may take that opportunity to put something a little darker purple. And I've got this here. Seriously, I have it on Do Not Disturb. I am so sorry. I have it on Do Not Disturb. I did that, last night too. So this hydrangea is like a deep dark purple. So I think we'll cut off bits. And I love hydrangeas because you can just cut off a whole bunch of little bits and use them. So I'm going to just put a few up here, and then I'm going to build a little bit bigger down here. So I actually might take this gray flower here, this gray rose. Oh, you don't really like, don't really like Halloween? Yeah, you either do or you don't. You know, some people really love it, and some people don't really care for it at all. Oh, come on. Okay, so that's not going in very far, so I'm obviously going to have to cut it and make it shorter. Oh, Michelle, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. Everything done in kindness is what I try to do. You know. That's why I usually have a sign here in the background. There we go. Now it's going. I usually have a sign here in the background that says be kind. You know. Sometimes if you don't have something nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all, right? I learned that in kindergarten. Just going to lift up this leaf here and stick this in here.